For years, the Apple TV has been one of the quietest products in Apple's lineup. It's always been there, sitting under the TV doing its job. No drama, no flashy upgrades, and to be honest, most people forgot it even existed. But in 2025, all of that is about to change. After nearly 3 years without a real upgrade, the Apple TV is finally getting the attention it deserves. And based on early leaks, Apple is not holding back this time. We're not just talking about a new chip or a software refresh. Apple seems to be rethinking the entire purpose of the Apple TV, and that's what has fans and tech lovers buzzing. Let's start with the obvious: power. The current Apple TV runs on the A15 chip. It's the same processor that came with the iPhone 13. Back then, it was a strong chip. But fast forward to today, and we're already talking about the iPhone 17 lineup. That means the Apple TV's internals are several generations old, and in tech years, that's ancient. That's why this next upgrade is so exciting. According to leaks, Apple is planning to move straight to the A17 Pro chip. Yes, the same chip family found in the iPhone 15 Pro. This is a major leap forward. We're not just talking about smoother menus or faster app loading. We're talking about unlocking entirely new possibilities. So why jump from a 15 all the way to a 17 Pro? Because Apple is thinking ahead. The A16 chip, while powerful, would be too old by the time this device hits shelves. Apple knows that they want the Apple TV to feel fresh, modern, and capable, not like a leftover part. That's why the A17 Pro makes perfect sense. It's recent, it's efficient, and it opens the door to more than just better video playback. This chip might not have all the GPU cores found in an iPhone Pro Max, but even in a scaled-down version, it's a beast, and Apple seems ready to use it for more than movies and shows. Let's talk about gaming. This isn't a new dream. Apple has hinted at gaming on the Apple TV for years. We've seen Apple Arcade, game controller support, and talk of console-level experiences. But up until now, the hardware couldn't deliver. The performance just wasn't there. The A17 Pro changes that this chip brings serious graphics power. It's the same architecture used to run console-quality games on iPhones, and now, it's coming to your living room. Combine that with Apple's new Metal 4 graphics engine, and the Apple TV could finally deliver on that promise. Metal 4 was introduced at WWDC 2025. It's designed to help developers build better games, smoother performance, lower memory use, and support for advanced 3D graphics. Even more importantly, it makes it easier to port games from other platforms. That means more developers could bring their existing titles to Apple devices, including the Apple TV. Suddenly, the Apple TV isn't just a streaming box, it's a mini console. No, it won't replace your PlayStation or Xbox, but it doesn't have to. For casual gaming, indie titles, and family-friendly content, the Apple TV could be the perfect companion. You won't need a big gaming rig. You won't need a controller with wires. All you'll need is a remote or maybe an iPhone. But of course, with more power comes more heat. That brings us to another big leak, a new design. The current Apple TV has a very simple look. It's a black plastic box, clean, yes, but also a little underwhelming. In 2025, plastic just doesn't match Apple's design language anymore. Their other devices are wrapped in aluminum, stainless steel, and glass, so why not the Apple TV? Leaks suggest that Apple is finally planning to give the Apple TV a more premium build, possibly aluminum or even a sleek brushed metal finish. This isn't just for looks. A metal body helps with cooling. And with the A17 Pro inside, that's important. There are also whispers that Apple might include a tiny cooling fan. This would be a first for the Apple TV, but it's not shocking. Other small devices from Apple use smart cooling systems too. A fan inside the Apple TV might sound strange, but it shows just how much more powerful this little box is becoming. And speaking of power, let's talk about connectivity. The new Apple TV is expected to support Wi-Fi 6E. This means faster, its speeds, better range, and lower latency. Perfect for streaming 4K HDR content or playing games over the cloud. If you have a newer router at home, you'll definitely notice the difference. Bluetooth is also getting an upgrade, likely to Bluetooth 5.3 or newer. This means more stable connections for controllers, AirPods, and accessories like keyboards. If you're using the Apple TV as a gaming device, better Bluetooth is a must. Then there's HDMI. Apple never brags about HDMI specs in their marketing, but under the hood, they're always upgrading. The new Apple TV could support higher refresh rates, better HDR performance, and even set the stage for 8K down the road. So yes, the Apple TV is getting faster, but it's also getting smarter. This new version will do more than stream shows. It will act as a central hub for the smart home. Over the years, tvOS has added more HomeKit features. You can control your lights, check your cameras, adjust your thermostat, all from the big screen. And with better hardware, this experience will only get smoother. Think of the Apple TV not just as a box under your TV, but as the brain of your entire living room. It's the place where gaming, streaming, smart controls, and the Apple ecosystem come together. And for the first time in years, it's getting the tools it needs to keep up. So what does this all mean? It means that Apple is finally taking the Apple TV seriously. They're giving it a proper processor, a premium design, better wireless performance, and features that could make it the perfect home hub. The Apple TV has always been good, but now it might be great. And in Section 2, we'll take things even further. We'll look at how the Apple TV might connect with Apple Vision Pro, what potential issues or challenges Apple might face, and why price and storage could be deal. Even with all these exciting upgrades, stick around. The best is still to come.